The big space station floated quietly near the giant gas planet called Kale-9. Its name was Harmony Station. Many alien species came here to talk and make deals. Today was a special day. The Galactic Concord wanted to welcome humans into their big group of worlds. The aliens waited in the main hall. The Vexari looked like large insects with shiny shells and clicking mandibles. Their leader was High Speaker Clickthar. He moved his antenna slowly, watching everything. Next to him stood the Zorath. They were tall, covered in thick brown fur, with strong arms and deep voices. Elder Vorn led them. He crossed his arms and looked serious. The Luminari were different. Their bodies were made of clear crystal that changed colors when they felt emotions. A group of them floated together, glowing soft blue. Everyone turned when the human ship arrived. It was small and plain, nothing like the huge warships other species used. No big guns showed on the outside. No fighters flew around it. The door opened and 4 humans stepped out. First came Ambassador Ha-Un Kim. She was not tall. Her black hair was tied back neatly. She wore simple white clothes with the Earth symbol on the chest. She walked forward with a calm smile and bowed slightly. Behind her came Ji-Ho Park, her helper. He carried a small tablet and looked around with quiet eyes. Then came Tae-Woo Lee, the engineer. He had short hair and strong hands, but he kept them in his pockets. Last was So-Yun Choi, the doctor. She smiled gently and carried a small medical bag. The aliens stared. The humans looked so normal. No claws, no extra arms, no thick skin or natural weapons. They seemed soft. Clickthar clicked his mandibles. These are the humans. They are smaller than our young ones. Vorn made a low sound in his throat. They have no armor. How do they survive out here? The luminary crystals flickered yellow, which meant surprise. Ha-Un stepped to the speaking platform. Her voice was clear and kind. Thank you for inviting us. My name is Ha-Un Kim. We come from Earth. We want peace and friendship with all of you. She did not raise her voice. She did not show off. She just spoke normally. Clickthar answered first. We are happy to meet you, Ha-Un Kim. But we must ask. Your species has only one small area of space. You have few ships. You do not fight in the old wars. Why do you stay away from battles? Ha-Un looked at him with steady eyes. We like quiet lives. We build homes. We grow food. We learn new things. War breaks those things. So we try not to start it. The aliens looked at each other. Some made small laughing sounds. They thought the humans were weak or afraid. Vorn spoke next. The galaxy is not always kind. Strong ones take what they want. If someone attacks you, what will you do? Ha-Un thought for a moment. We will ask them to stop. If they do not listen, we will protect ourselves. But we do not enjoy fighting. We do not want it. Tae-Woo stood behind her. He said nothing, but his fingers moved a little on his tablet. Ji-Ho watched the aliens carefully. So-Yun checked her medical bag once more. The meeting went on for many hours. They talked about trade. They talked about sharing maps of stars. They talked about rules for new members. The humans agreed to most things quickly. They did not argue much. They listened more than they spoke. At the end of the day, Clickthar raised one claw. We will vote tomorrow, but first, a small test. We want to see how humans handle danger. Ha-Un tilted her head. What kind of test? A friendly game, Clickthar said. We play it to learn about new friends. It is called Shadow Chase. Small drones fly in the training room. You must catch them or stop them. It shows speed and thinking. The humans looked at each other. Ji-Ho nodded once. Tae-Woo smiled a tiny smile. Okay, Ha-Un said. We will try. They moved to the training room. It was a big open space with high walls. Lights turned low. 10 small flying drones appeared. They were fast and quiet. Each one had a red light. The Vexari went first. Their young warriors jumped and clicked. They caught 6 drones in 5 minutes. They looked proud. The Zorath went next. They used their strong arms and jumped high. They caught 7. The Luminari used light pulses to confuse the drones. They caught 8. Now it was the humans' turn. Ha-Un, Ji-Ho, Tae-Woo, and So-Yun walked to the center. They did not run. They stood still. The drones flew toward them. Tae-Woo pressed something on his wrist. A soft hum started. The drones suddenly slowed. Their red lights blinked strangely. There and there. Seo-Yun threw 2 small balls. The balls opened and made thin nets of light. 2 drones stopped moving and floated down slowly. Ha-Un walked forward calmly. She raised her hand. A drone came close. It tried to fly past her. She did not grab it. Instead, she touched its side gently. The drone turned off and dropped into her palm. The last drones flew in circles, confused. Tae-Woo typed quickly on his tablet. One by one, they stopped and landed on the floor. All 10 drones were caught or stopped. In less than 2 minutes, the aliens became very quiet. Clicktar's antenna stood straight up. How? Tae-Woo answered in a calm voice. We used a small signal jammer and EMP nets. Nothing big, just simple tools. Vorn looked at the humans again. This time his eyes were different. Not sure, not laughing. You did not fight the drones, he said slowly. You made them stop wanting to fight. Ha-Un put the last drone down carefully. Yes, that is better. No broken parts, no anger, just quiet. The aliens talked among themselves in low voices. Some looked worried, some looked interested. After the game, they went back to the main hall. The vote happened fast. All species said yes. Humans were now part of the Galactic Concord. Ha-Un bowed again. Thank you. We will try to be good members. As the humans walked back to their small ship, Clickthar followed a few steps. Ambassador Ha-Un, he said. One last question. Why do humans always talk about peace? Are you truly not strong enough for war? Ha-Un stopped. She turned and looked at him with kind but serious eyes. We are strong enough, she said quietly. That is exactly why we do not want it. Clickthar clicked once, confused. Ha-Un continued. When we fight, we do not stop halfway. We finish it. Completely. No one likes what comes after. So we try very hard to never start. She smiled again, small and gentle. Good night, High Speaker. The humans entered their ship. The door closed. The small vessel turned and flew away into the dark. The aliens stood in silence for a long time. Outside the station windows, the stars looked the same as always. But something felt different now. The galaxy had just met humans, and humans had just shown a tiny piece of why they stayed away from war. The weeks after the welcome ceremony passed quietly. Harmony Station returned to its normal rhythm. Ships came and went. Traders shouted prices in the market halls. Diplomats met in small rooms to sign papers. The humans stayed mostly on their small embassy floor. They did not make noise. They did not demand attention. Ambassador Ha-Un Kim spent her days reading reports and meeting other envoys. She smiled and listened a lot. Ji-Ho Park helped her organize messages from Earth. Tae-Woo Lee fixed small machines and tested new tools in a quiet workshop. Se-Yun Choi treated minor injuries for anyone who asked, human or alien. Everyone liked her gentle hands. But not all aliens felt calm about the new members. On the edge of human space, near a small yellow star called Epsilon Haven, trouble started. A Zorath warlord named Karg Vex did not like the new rules of the Concord. He said the humans took too much land too fast. He wanted the rare blue crystals buried under the human colony there. Those crystals powered fast ships and strong weapons. Karg Vex gathered his fleet. 10 heavy cruisers, 50 attack shuttles, thousands of soldiers in thick armor. He did not ask the council for permission. He simply sent a message to every species. Today we take what is ours. The humans run from war. Watch them flee. The message reached Harmony Station fast. The council room filled with worried voices. Elder Vorn stood up. This is against our laws. Karg Vex will be punished. High Speaker Clickthar clicked nervously. But the humans are new. They have almost no ships there. Only one small station and some farms. If Karg attacks, they will lose everything. The luminary crystals turned dark red, sign of fear. Ha-Un Kim sat quietly at the human table. She listened without speaking. Ji-Ho Park typed quickly on his tablet. Tae-Woo Lee looked at a small screen that showed ship movements. Seo Yun Choi folded her hands in her lap. Vorn turned to Ha-Un. Ambassador, your people are in danger. Do you wish us to send ships to protect your colony? Ha-Un looked up. Her voice stayed calm. Thank you, Elder Vorn. We will handle it. The room went quiet. Clickthar tilted his head. Handle it? With what? You have no fleet near Epsilon Haven. We have what we need, Ha-Un said. She stood up slowly. Please send this message to Karg Vex from me. Ji-Ho passed her a small device. She spoke clearly. Karg Vex, this is Ambassador Ha-Un Kim of Earth. You are entering human space without permission. Stop your ships now. Land no troops. Leave our colony alone. This is your only warning. If you continue, we will respond. She stopped. The message went out across all channels. In his flagship, Karg Vex laughed loud. His officers laughed with him. Only warning? From soft little humans? They beg already. He gave the order. Land the troops, take the crystals, burn anything that moves. The Zorath ships moved forward. They ignored the small human warning beacons. They shot down the few automatic drones that tried to block their path. Shuttles dropped from the sky like dark rain. Soldiers in heavy gray armor marched out. They carried big guns and sharp blades. The colony looked peaceful from above. White domes for living, green fields for food, tall towers for water and power. No walls, no big guns, no soldiers waiting. The Zorath troops spread out. They kicked open doors. They pulled crates from warehouses. They laughed as they found stacks of blue crystals ready to load. Karg Vex watched from his command chair. See? They ran. The streets are empty. Cowards. His second officer pointed at the screen. Sir, no bodies. No fighting. Everything is too clean. They evacuated fast. Good for us. More loot. But then small things began to happen. One soldier reported his gun stopped working. The power cell was dead. Another said his armor felt heavy, like something pulled it down. A third tried to call his ship. Only static answered. In the command ship, alarms started. Lights flickered. The main screen showed red warnings. Power loss in sections 3 through 7. Engines offline. Life support dropping. Karg stood up. What is this? Sabotage? His engineer shook his head. No damage we can see. Systems just stopped. On the ground, more soldiers shouted. Their visors fogged up. Air filters hissed and died. Helmets became hot. Armor joints locked. One soldier looked up. Something small and fast moved in the shadow of a building. Gone in a second. Then another shadow. And another. They were not humans. Too quick. Panic started. Back on Harmony Station, the council watched the live feeds from Karg's ships. They saw the confusion. They saw soldiers running in circles. Vorn turned to Ha-Un. What are you doing to them? Ha-Un answered softly. Nothing. We only ask them to leave. Tae-Woo spoke for the first time. We sent micro-drones last night. Very small, hard to see. They went inside the ships and the armor. They carry tiny tools. they turn off what should not be on. Clickthar's mandibles opened wide. You prepared for this? Before the attack even started? Jiho nodded once. We watch borders always. When big fleets move toward us, we prepare. Quietly. Seo Yun added, we do not want anyone to die, so we make sure they cannot fight. That is all. The aliens stared at the humans. On the screens, Kargvex shouted orders. No one answered. His ship drifted slowly. Weapons cold. A single human voice came over every channel. It was Ha-Un again. Kargvex, your attack has failed. Your soldiers cannot move. Your ships cannot fly. Leave now. Take your people home. Do not come back. Karg looked at his broken bridge. His officers sat still, afraid. He spoke back, voice shaking. What do you want? Ha-Un's answer was gentle. We want peace. Go home. Tell others. Humans do not run from war because we are weak. We stay away because when we fight, no one wins. Not even us. The connection cut. The Zoroth fleet stayed still for many hours. Slowly, emergency power returned, just enough to limp away. Shuttles picked up soldiers who could still walk. Many had to be carried. They left Epsilon Haven empty-handed. The colony looked the same as before. No fires, no broken buildings, only quiet. On Harmony Station, the council sat in silence. They did not fire one shot. Clicthar clicked slowly. They did not need to. The humans stood up to leave the room. Ha-Un turned back once. We hope this teaches a lesson to everyone. She bowed politely. The door closed behind them. Outside, the stars stayed bright and cold. But the galaxy had started to understand. Humans did not evade war out of fear. They evaded it because they were very, very good at ending it. The days after Kargvex left Epsilon Haven felt strange across the galaxy. News traveled fast. Traders whispered in station bars. Diplomats sent secret messages. Everyone talked about the same thing: how a small human colony stopped a Zorath warfleet without firing a single real shot. On Harmony Station, the mood changed. Aliens looked at the human embassy door with new eyes. Some avoided it. Others came closer, asking quiet questions. The humans stayed the same. Ha-Un Kim greeted everyone with the same calm smile. Jiho Park answered questions clearly. Tae-Woo Lee worked on small projects in his workshop. Seyun Choi treated a cut claw for a young Vexari without asking why he came. But the council could not stay quiet. They called an emergency meeting. Every species sent their top speaker. The room felt heavy with worry. Elder Vorn stood first. His fur looked darker than usual. Kargvex lost his honor. His ships limp home. There will be consequences. His soldiers speak of ghosts in their armor. We must know the truth. How did the humans do this? High Speaker Clicthar moved his antennae slowly. We saw no weapons, no explosions, no dead bodies. Yet the Zorath could not move. Explain this, humans. The luminary crystals pulsed soft orange. They waited. Ha-Un Kim stood up. She spoke in her usual gentle voice. We use defense only. Nothing more. Vorn growled low. Defense? You turned their ships into tombs. You made their guns useless. That is not simple defense. Jiho Park stepped forward. He held up his tablet. A small hollow image appeared. It showed tiny dots moving inside a ship model. These are our micro-drones, smaller than sand. They fly quiet. They carry tools to disable systems. Power cells, motors, air filters. We send them when danger comes close. Clicthar clicks fast. You sent them before the attack? How did you know? Tae-Woo answered. Sensors on the edge of our space see big fleets move. When they turn toward us, we act. Quiet, early, before anyone gets hurt. So Yun added softly, "We choose things that stop fighting, not things that kill. A jammed gun hurts no one. A dead engine lets them leave. We want them to go home alive." The aliens looked at the hollow image. The tiny dots looked harmless, but they had stopped thousands of soldiers. Vorn sat down slowly. "You prepared for war, without looking like you wanted it." Hao nodded. "Yes, that is why we evade. We do not like the cost of real war, so we make sure it never starts." The meeting ended with no big decisions. Only silence. The aliens left thinking hard. 2 weeks later, another test came. Not from Zorath this time. A group of pirate ships, mixed species, no homeworld, saw the news. They thought humans were weak after all. Maybe the Zorath just got unlucky. The pirates chose a human mining station on a cold moon called Draken 4. The station pulled iron and rare metals from the ground. Easy target, they thought. The pirate leader, a scarred Vexari named Scrix, sent 30 raiders, fast ships, armed crews. They wanted the metals and any humans they could sell. They jumped in close, no warning. They fired warning shots at the station's shield. The shield held. Then the pirates laughed. "See? They hide behind bubbles. No teeth." They sent boarding teams, small pods attached to the station hull. Pirates cut through doors. They ran inside with guns ready. The inside looked empty. Lights low, halls quiet. No alarms, no guards. Scrix walked the main corridor. They ran again. Load everything fast. His crew opened storage rooms. They found crates of metal bars. They started carrying them to the pods. Then the lights went out. Not all at once. One section, then another. Dark, spread like ink. Someone screamed, "My suit is locking." Another voice, "Can't breathe, filter clogged." Scrix tried his comm. Dead. He hit his armor. Joints froze. He could not move his arms. In the dark, small shapes moved. Not humans. Too small. Too many. They crawled on walls and ceilings. Microdrones again. Hundreds this time. They worked fast. They cut power lines. They blocked air vents with tiny webs. They sent sleep gas only where pirates stood. One pirate managed to shoot. The bullet hit a wall. Then his gun sparked and died. Scrix fell to his knees. He whispered, "What are you?" A calm voice answered from a speaker in the wall. It was Taewoo Lee. "We are the ones who asked you to leave. You did not listen." The pirates stayed trapped for 6 hours. No food, no air, no way out. Then the station systems turned back on slowly. Doors opened, pods detached. The pirate ships drifted away with engines cold. No one died, but every pirate ship limped home with crews too scared to speak loud. Word spread faster this time. Back on Harmony Station, the council called the humans again. Clicktar spoke first. Another group. Another failure. No blood. No battle. Just nothing. Ha-Yun looked at them all. "We do not want blood. That is the point." Vorn leaned forward. "But if someone keeps coming, if they bring more, bigger fleets, what then?" Jiho answered this time. "We have layers. First layer stops ships from moving. Second layer stops soldiers from fighting. Third layer, we do not like to use." The room felt colder. "What is the third layer?" a luminary asked, voice like soft bells. Taewoo spoke quietly. "When nothing else works, we make the enemy unable to want war anymore. Their leaders, their homes, their will, all gone. Clean, fast, final." He did not threaten. He just said facts. The aliens sat still. Klekthar broke the silence. "You could have done that to Karg Vex, to the pirates. Why not?" Ha-Un answered, "Because they stopped. They left. Mercy is better than ending. We give chances. Many chances, until no choice remains. Seiyun looked around the room. We hate war, not because we fear it, because we know exactly what it costs. We have seen planets empty, cities silent, families gone. We do not want that again, for anyone. The meeting ended. No one spoke after the humans left. Outside the window, stars burned bright. But now the galaxy knew more. Humans did not evade war because they could not fight. They evaded it because when they stopped evading, war itself stopped existing. And that scared everyone more than any gun or bomb ever could. The galaxy could no longer pretend humans were harmless newcomers. Stories spread like fire through dry grass. Traders in distant ports told of empty Zorath ships drifting home. Miners on cold moons whispered about pirates who came back broken, eyes wide with fear. Even the oldest species started to feel uneasy. They had seen strong empires rise and fall, but this was different. Humans did not roar. They did not threaten. They simply acted, and everything stopped. Harmony Station felt the change most. The big central hall used to be loud with voices and laughter. Now it stayed quieter. Aliens glanced at the human embassy door and walked faster. Some young ones asked questions. Older ones warned them to stay away. One morning, a new message arrived for the council. It came from the edge of known space. A coalition of species, some old enemies, some new friends, had gathered. They called themselves the Iron Pact. Their leader was a tall, armored creature named General Phalor from the Crag Dominion. The Crag were known for one thing. They never lost a war. Their ships were black and sharp. Their soldiers trained from birth to fight. The message was short. We have watched the humans. We see no great fleets, no planet killers, no armies marching. Yet small groups fall silent when humans defend. We will test this ourselves. We move to take the human world called New Horizon. It has good mines and open land. If humans are truly weak, we take it. If not, the galaxy will see the truth. The council room filled fast. Every speaker came. No one wanted to miss this. Elder Vorn read the message aloud. His voice sounded tired. They bring 200 warships, 10 ground armies. They say this is not war. It is demonstration. High Speaker Clickthar's antennae shook. New Horizon has only one city and farms, no heavy defenses. The humans will lose it in hours. The luminary crystals turned deep purple. Fear. Ha-Hun Kim sat with her team. She listened without moving. Jiho Park checked maps on his tablet. Tae-Woo Lee looked at numbers and lines on his screen. Se-Yun Choi held her medical bag taut. Vorn turned to them. Ambassador, this is no pirate raid. This is a full invasion force. They will not stop until they win or die. What will you do? Ha-Hun stood slowly. We will ask them to turn back. One time. Clickthar clicked loud. One time? They laugh at warnings now. Jiho spoke calmly. We always give one chance. It is fair. The council watched as Ha-Hun sent the message. Her voice stayed soft. General Thalor, this is Ambassador Ha-Hun Kim. New Horizon is human land. Do not enter, do not land. Turn your fleet around. This is your only warning. The reply came fast. General Thalor's face filled the big screen. His eyes were yellow. His voice boomed. Warnings are for children. We come. We take. Watch us. The screen went dark. The iron-packed fleet jumped into the New Horizon system. Black ships filled the sky. They ignored the small warning satellites. They fired once to show power. The shots hit empty space, a message to scare. Ground troops dropped in waves. Armored walkers, flying guns, soldiers in full power suits. They marched toward the main city. The streets looked empty. Doors closed. Lights off. No one fought back. General Thalor landed in his command walker. He stepped out onto the ground. Wind blew dust around him. "They hide," he said. "Cowards." His officers laughed. Then the first change came. A walker stopped moving. Its legs locked. The pilot shouted inside. Power gone. Another walker fell forward. No explosion, just silence. Soldiers tried to run. Their suits slowed. Joints stuck. Air turned thick. Small shapes moved in the air. Too fast to see clearly. Microdrones. Thousands. They swarmed like insects. They went into engines, into guns, into helmet vents. One soldier pulled off his mask. "Can't breathe. Something in the filter." Thalor roared. "Fought through it. Push forward." But the army slowed. Walkers sat still like statues. Guns clicked empty. Comms filled with screams and static. Above, the fleet felt it too. Ships lost power one by one. Reactors cooled. Weapons went dark. Engines died. The big command ship drifted. Lights flickered. Thalor stood alone now. His walker would not move. His soldiers lay on the ground, alive, but trapped in broken armor. A single human figure appeared at the end of the street. It was Tae-Woo Lee. He walked slowly. No gun, no armor, just normal clothes. He stopped 10 steps away. "General Thalor," he said. "You were warned." Thalor tried to lift his arm. It would not move. "What have you done?" Tae-Woo looked around at the silent army. "We turned off what makes war possible. Nothing more." From the sky, Ha-Un's voice came over every speaker. "Your fleet cannot fly. Your soldiers cannot fight. Your machines do not listen to you anymore. Leave now. Take your people. Go home." Thalor looked at his trapped army. He saw fear in their eyes. Real fear. He spoke low. "What if we refuse?" Jiho's voice answered this time. Calm, clear. "Then we use the next layer. You will not like it." Thalor waited. No one moved. Ha-Un spoke again. "We do not want to hurt you. We do not want dead worlds. We do not want broken families. Leave, and remember, humans evade war because we finish it too well. No songs, no heroes, only quiet, forever." Thalor lowered his head. "Send the retreat order." It took hours. Ships used backup power to crawl away. Soldiers were carried to shuttles. Many cried, from understanding. New Horizon stayed the same. No craters, no fires, no graves. Back on Harmony Station, the council watched the fleet leave. No one spoke for a long time. Vorn finally said, "They came with the strongest force we have seen in 100 years, and they left like shadows." Clickthar clicked slowly. No glory, no battle cry, just nothing. The luminary crystals turned white again. Relief. Ha-Un and her team entered the room. They bowed politely. Vorn looked at them. "How many layers do you have?" Tae-Woo answered, "Enough." Seo-Yun added softly, "We hope we never use them all." Jiho looked at the stars outside. "We build homes. We grow children. We learn songs. War takes those away. So we make sure war never comes close. Not for us, not for you." Ha-Un smiled small. "Until the last one." The aliens watched them leave. Outside, the galaxy turned slowly. But now everyone knew the same truth. Humans did not fear war. War feared humans. Because when humans stopped evading, nothing was left to fear anymore. The iron-packed fleet crawled away from New Horizon like wounded animals. Their black ships moved slow on emergency power. No proud formations, no victory flags, just silence on every channel. The galaxy watched. Every station, every ship, every homeworld tuned into the feeds. They saw the truth. A force that had never lost now looked small and afraid. Harmony Station became the center of everything again. The big council hall filled early. No one spoke loud. Aliens sat in their seats and stared at the empty human table. They waited. High Speaker Clickthar arrived first. His shell looked dull. He clicked once, soft. Elder Vorn came next. His shoulders hung low. The Luminari floated in last. Their crystals stayed pale white. No color, no feeling. Ha-Un Kim walked in with her team. They did not hurry. They bowed once to the room and took their seats. Vorn spoke first. His voice sounded rough. General Thalor sends a message. He says the Iron Pact is dissolved. They will not come again. They ask for no revenge, only distance. Clickthar moved his antennae slow. He also says one thing. Do not wake the quiet ones. That is all. The room stayed quiet for a long minute. A young Luminari crystal speaker rose. Its light flickered yellow, nervous. We have seen 4 tests now. Small raids, big fleets. Nothing works. We want to know why. Why do humans choose this way? Why not show strength openly? Why hide power behind kindness? Ha-Un looked at the young one. She smiled small and kind. Because we remember, she said. Everyone waited. Jiho Park spoke next. He kept his voice even. Long ago, before we left our one planet, we fought many wars. Big ones, small ones. We used fire. We used metal. We used poison from the sky. Cities turned to ash. Children stopped playing. Rivers ran red. We almost ended ourselves. Taewoo Lee added quietly, when you are good at destruction, you see how easy it is. Too easy. One push, and everything falls. No second chances, no songs left, no stories, just empty places. Seon Choi looked around the room. We rebuilt. We promised each other. Never again. Not for anger. Not for land. Not for pride. We would protect what matters. Homes. Families. Futures. But we would not start the fire. We would only put it out if someone else lit it. Vorn leaned forward. But you could rule. You could take whatever you want. No one could stop you. Ha-Un shook her head. Ruling with fear is not living. It is waiting for the next knife. We want friends. We want trade. We want children to grow old and laugh. War takes that away. Even when you win, you lose something. Clickthar clicked slowly. So you make war impossible instead. You stop it before it grows. Jiho nodded. Yes. We watch. We prepare. We give warnings. We use small things to stop big things. Most times, it works. The enemy leaves. Life continues. No graves needed. The young Luminari asked again. And if someone never leaves? If they keep coming until the end? Taewoo looked straight at the crystal. Then we finish it. Not with anger. Not with hate. With cold math. We target command. We target will. We target the idea of fighting itself. When it is done, no one wants to try again. Ever. A low sound went through the room. Not anger. Not fear exactly. Understanding. Vorn spoke last. We thought you were weak because you spoke soft. We thought you ran because you had no teeth. Now we see. Your teeth are hidden, and they are sharp enough to cut the stars. Ha-Un stood up. We do not want to cut anything. That is why we hide them. We hope the galaxy remembers this lesson, not to fear us, to trust us. Let us build together. Let us live quiet lives. She bowed once more. The team turned to leave. Clickthar stood suddenly. Wait. They stopped. He spoke careful. We will change the old rules. No more tests, no more questions about strength. From today, the Concord names humans protectors of peace, not warriors, protectors, because you guard life by refusing death. The room stayed silent. Then slow claps started. Vexari claws tapped shells. Zorath fists hit chests gently. Luminary crystals glowed warm gold. Ha-Un turned back. Her eyes were soft. "Thank you. We accept, and we promise to keep the peace as long as we can." They left the hull. Outside, the stars looked the same. Bright, endless, cold. But something had changed forever. Word spread through every corner of space. In bars on distant stations. In schools on green worlds. In quiet homes under strange skies. The story became simple. Do not mistake human kindness for weakness. They do not start wars. They do not enjoy wars. They evade wars, because when they stop evading, war ends. Completely. And nothing grows back in the silence. Children heard it and asked questions. Adults heard it and nodded slow. Old soldiers from many species looked at their medals and thought hard. On Earth far away, people lived normal days. Farmers planted rice. Engineers built bridges. Doctors healed sick. Children played in parks. They knew little of the galaxy's new respect. They did not need to know. Their leaders kept the promise. Protect the quiet life. Years passed. No big wars came near human space. Small troubles happened sometimes. Pirates tried once or twice. Rogue captains tested borders. Each time the same thing. A calm warning. A short pause. Then silence. The troubles stopped. And the galaxy learned. Humans were not hiding from war. They were hiding war from everyone else. Because some powers are too big to use lightly. And some mercies are too deep to explain. So they stayed quiet. They stayed kind. They stayed away. And the stars stayed bright for a little longer.